everybody. Happy Talkie Tuesday. My name is Dori Patrick. I'm a mixed media artist and I live and work in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Welcome back to my channel. I try to check in every Tuesday and just share little bits of my creative life as a working artist. And as many of you know, if you have been following me a little while, I'm working my way into a new studio space. On the first of the year, I took a new studio here at the Eastern Iowa Arts Academy, and I have been working like a mule to get this space the way I want it and ready to make some new creations for the new year. So this week's video is just a quick little chatty catch up on what's going on with the space and some of the progress I've made because I really need to get back to sorting and organizing. I'm spending my days here painting and kind of bringing what I can up. And then hubby has been so wonderful helping me get stuff up here at night. We're kind of just like doing a load every night that we can. And I don't know if you know this, but we artists and creative people, we have a lot of stuff.
Whoa!
And it's all great stuff, but it's a lot of stuff. So, and I cannot believe how this all was crammed into my house. And I'm still not done. We're still bringing stuff up. But anyway, I've made some great progress. And I think I'm going to turn the camera around here in a minute and I'll just kind of give you a little walkthrough. It's totally messy. I am just now starting to figure out where I am going to put things and kind of the flow of the space. Of course, that's going to change, over time as I work in this space and kind of figure out what works best for me. But I have an idea. It helps my little brain to um, get things into categories. So like all my sewing things together, all my journaling things together, all my canvases together. And it just kind of helps me calm down when I've got the piles generally where I think I want to put them for now. Um so that's kind of what I've been working on today. But since I saw you last, so it was 2 weeks ago, I think that I was here at the studio with you. um, I was working on these brick walls, painting them white, and I got that done. And as you can see by the little pops of color behind me here, I got some more painting done. Um, it has been a heck of a lot of work. A lot of work. It's taken me the painting took a lot longer than I thought it would. Mostly because of the brick. The brick is so textured and soaked up so much paint. Just when I thought I had enough paint, I would usually have to run out and get one more gallon just to, get it done, get it over the hump. But I'm really happy with that part. And there is still a little bit of painting left to do, which I'll show you when we do the little tour. But right now I have to get my stuff in zones and kind of start getting organized because it was piling up in here and it was kind of making me feel anxious and overwhelmed. But I think as of this morning, I've really got a plan of where I want to put stuff. Um, I think I'm gonna work this into different zones. Does that make sense? Like things that pertain to sewing are all gonna go in a area. Things that pertain to the art journaling are gonna go into an area. I'm gonna have a big area dedicated to my painting, so that I can work on multiple canvases at once and collages and things like that. So yeah, so it feels good to have most of the painting of the space done. Um, I am not gonna lie. I really was. I was really plugging along and staying really positive for most of that time. I mean, I would come home just exhausted. Hubby would find me. I would usually work until like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and come home, and I would just rest on the couch. I would say I'm resting for a minute, and I would fall asleep on the couch with a dog on my lap. And it was just I've been tired and sore. But mostly, I just have been chugging along, doing what I can, doing what I can every day, and every little bit has added up, and I'm feeling really good about that. But I think it was yesterday or the day before, I came in and hit a wall. Just, uh, and actually, I had a migraine coming on, so that was part of it. But I sat down and just thought, oh my God, this is like never ending. It just felt like I was never going to get there. But anyway, hubby is a great sounding board. He gets me out of my funk. I actually did have a headache coming on, so I took care of that, got some nourishment, sat and rested for a while, and then came back and felt a lot better. It kind of reminded me a little bit of when sometimes I'm working on a piece, like if I'm working on a painting and I just work it and work it and work it to death. And then I'm so sick of it, I can't even stand it, but I keep pushing myself and pushing myself to make it work. And it just doesn't work like that. You have to just sometimes stop, rest, reset, and come at it from a different angle. And so now, today, I woke up with a renewed sense. I did come in here going, oh boy, what am I going to do? But I have sorted things into zones, and that has really helped my overwhelmed brain figure out kind of what I need to do next. I'm working on writing a checklist, and then we can tackle a couple little things every night, and it's going to get done. But I'm excited for you to see what I've got done so far. It's still a hot mess, you guys, so keep that in mind. I don't have things really put away yet, but I think you will be pleased to see the progress I've made with the painting, and it feels really good. It's feeling like it's my space now. So, I'm going to turn this camera around and I'll take you along. We'll take a peek. All right, pals, here we are at the entrance again. And yes, you can tell I got after that entryway. It is not done yet, but I'm working on the doorway being a fun, bright pink because that just feels right. Those of you who know me from the Dreaming Bear days, my very first space that I had a pink door, and it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just sort of our signature and what people looked for when they came looking for us at first. And we moved on to another space that didn't have a pink door. But when I first opened my store, way back when, gosh, that was in 2004, I had a pink door very similar to this color, and it just seemed really appropriate and fun to have a pink door again. I don't know. I might polka dot it. We'll see. I have some window film that I'm going to put on these two clear panels, because I don't need people, you know, seeing everything I'm doing in here. I like to have a little bit of privacy. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got this, it's kind of like a prism. It's clear, but it looks like crystals. So that'll be pretty on the little windows. But here's the space again. All the white walls are done, and I got the bookcases all in this funky green. I hope the lighting isn't too screwy, but you get the idea. So the green lines the whole room there, and the walls are all done, all white. And then this main big wall, oh my gosh. This might have been the wall that like put me over the edge. But it's isn't it great? It's so great. So all the paints I'm using are Behr, Behr. I get them at Home Depot. That color, so many people have asked me about this turquoise. It's called Mystic Turquoise. Oh, and the pink is called Hot Gossip. And it's actually, I think, excuse me, I think it's a discontinued color, but I think they can look it up for you. Yeah. And this storage cabinet, I'm so tickled with this. This also almost did me in, but I'm so glad that I did it. It just isn't that's going to be so fun to open and find my goodies. I still need to do another coat of turquoise on the inside of these doors, but I'll get to that eventually. Um, so as far as organizing the space, like I said, I'm thinking in terms of zones, and I've decided that this room, the cloakroom, is going to be storage. It's going to be where I have all my canvases, all my wood panels, all my blank stuff. My supplies, basically, all my raw materials for supplies. I got those two big metal shelves at Home Depot the other day. Hubby helped me put those together last night. And then some plastic shelving that my mom had left over that she didn't want, and so I stole those. And so I have room. I think I'm going to move this little shelf out of here, and I'm going to put two more big wire shelves in this against this wall, and then put this little baby shelf somewhere else. But once I get those set up, all these canvases and all this stuff is going to get organized and set up on these shelves. Another thought I'm having is this wall, which is all crowded with canvases right now. I'm thinking about a workbench or two. I have to measure. I got to see what I can fit in here, but there are plugs there down at the bottom. I have always wanted a workbench specifically for my wood tools. So, my drill, my sanding, all that stuff. I would really love to have a space that is easily accessible for all that stuff. Um, it's not a priority at the moment, but that's what I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see. So I haven't been able to touch my two little bathrooms yet. They're still they're still very homely, but I got to a point where I just had to stop and start organizing my supplies. This sink, you guys, I love that we have this sink. It has been so nice to have a place to wash out my brushes and stuff. That has been so nice. So, back through the cloakroom. Hopefully, I'm not making you too dizzy. The bathroom is still the same. Um, it's still ugly and not painted, and that's okay for now. What I'm thinking for the doors and the trim on both of these rooms is more of that turquoise because there's turquoise. Well, you can't see it very well. It's not very light, but there's turquoise trim around this doorway that goes back into the studio, and I think it would be super cool to like mirror that here and here. And I have plenty of that turquoise paint, so I might as well use it, right? Um, so my zones, I think that I'm prioritizing right now. The most important zone is my painting and collage zone, and that's going to be this main big area. This desk is actually going to probably be tucked into a corner somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. She's out in the middle on some plastic because I'm going to paint her. But clearly I have to get my junk off of off of the desk first. Um, but yeah, so priority is painting. So I need a space. I'm going to be bringing over my work tables later this week, and I think I'm actually going to order one more work table, um, so that I have lots of room to spread out lots of canvases. So I'm kind of gathering like my painting and collage supplies in one place. So that I can start setting that up. And then these wire shelves will be things I use on a daily basis that I need close to me for working, and then probably behind it, on the green shelves will be some of my overflow supplies, if that makes sense. Um, Another zone that I really want to have, that's important to me anyway, is sort of a craft and sewing zone. So I'm going to be setting up my sewing machine in here eventually. And I think this corner might become where I have crafty stuff. Um, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my fabrics and stuff yet. I don't know. It's not a priority, so I'm going to just keep it gathered together for now, and then I'm going to figure that out later on down the road. As you all know, I have no shortage of sketchbooks and journals. I brought those over in these crates, and I think they're going to end up on the shelf here too. Um, and that is what I have figured out so far. That is a coffee table I picked up at Goodwill for like $10. It's already primed white, so I'm going to paint that. And I'm thinking maybe hubby rolls his eyes when I say this, but I really feel like I want to have a couch and some little tables and chairs in here too for having guests over. And I'm feeling like maybe that spot, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and this spot maybe here is my flat file cabinet. But there's a Mama Jamma outlet there, and I don't know if that's gonna work, if that's gonna jut out too much or what. But I have a flat file cabinet for all my big works on paper and extra notebooks and stuff. And I have to get that out of the house. It's like taking up so much room. Um, yeah, so that's what I've got going on so far. Um, I shared on the socials earlier this week. I hung one pretty thing. It's killing me not to just like start decorating and everything, but I'm trying to be good and stay the course and get the necessary things done, and then I will indulge in the decorating. But this is my new calendar for 2026. It's a Matisse calendar. I thought that was perfect. And then look at this little ticket that says calm was in the desk that I am refurbishing. It was like it fell out of one of the little drawers. Oh, so yeah, that's my update, I think, right now. Um, yeah, thanks for looking. Hey guys, thanks again for taking that little tour with me. I hope it wasn't too wobbly. Yeah. So that's what I have been up to for the past few couple of weeks. Painting and hauling, painting and hauling. Now that the painting is wrapping up, it's going to be a lot more hauling. I'm getting the rest of the goodies in here and then figuring out where everything is going to go. And like I said, I think that's probably going to be something that is changing as the months go on, as I figure out how I want to work and that kind of thing. But when I come in here, it feels so good. It feels like this is my space and I'm meant to be here. I know that sounds kind of corny, but it's true. I feel really good about this space, and I'm excited about having fun and exploring all kinds of mediums in this space and not being inhibited by space or anything. I mean, just to have a room of my own like this is really special. I'm really, really grateful. And I hope that you enjoy taking this journey with me. I'll keep you updated. I've got a couple of videos coming up that are going to be about journaling and things like that. I'll keep that content coming, but I'll continue to keep popping in here and keeping you posted on the studio. I'm very excited about a final reveal. We'll see. That could be a long ways off. But don't you love a studio reveal? Oh man. Yeah. I'll work on that. But anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you are staying healthy and happy, and just keep creating, keep kicking butt, and keep taking good care of each other. And I'll see you again next week. Okay. Bye-bye.